Okay, we're going to now be going over FSA Review Packet page 16. I have no clue the numbers because once again they're not numbered, but 88, 87, 86, 85, it looks like 85 through 88, something like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and go through it. I'm going to try to go quick, so if you need to stop at any point, rewind, pause, please do that. But I don't want you to have to watch a ridiculously long video if you don't need to. I'm going to give a letter. The first letter in this word is P. Miss Green wrote the following problem on the whiteboard. Lisa and Frank share 1/3 pound of cherries equally. About how many pounds did they receive? Well, I only have one number here, which is 1/3 pounds. I know that's what they're being shared. It says you're sharing equally. And how much pounds did each? Oh, person. So there are actually two people it's being shared with. So I have 1/3 pound cherries, and it is shared with two friends. When I do this, I can rewrite it using my reciprocal number, 1/3 times 1/2. And when I multiply 1/3 times 1/2, numerator times your numerator, denominator times your denominator, you would get 1/6. Moving on to part B, it says Molly wrote the following equation to solve the problem. And is this equation correct? And the answer really is no, because here is what is being shared. I'm not sharing two people. I'm sharing the cherries, so they wrote it backwards, and therefore they would get the wrong answer. Noah, okay, so that was Molly, so Noah's got something different going on. Noah drew this diagram to solve the problem. Can Noah use this diagram? And essentially the deal is, okay, did she start with 1/3? And I can see that here's 1/3 in solid lines. I can see that here's a third in solid lines, and here's a third in solid lines. So she definitely started with a third. And then did she divide each third into two pieces? So here's a third divided into two, here's a third divided into two, here's a third divided into two. So essentially the answer is yes, she did do that. And so yes, she can, Noah, he can do that. He shaded 1 out of the 6. Again, he took 1/3 and divided each into two pieces, and he got 1/6. 1 is shaded out of 6, and that's the same answer that you should have got up top for solving it. And you could do that in other ways. I could also do it using a number line, and I'm only showing you this because obviously it's not here, but it could always be on FSA. 0, 1 whole. First, I know that I need a third, so there's my thirds of a whole. Oops, I labeled that whole as a 0. There's my thirds of a whole, and each third would get divided into two pieces. And you would see that there's a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, same number, 1, 6. You could do it with a bar model and so on. Let's look at number 86. Number 86 says, write the numbers that match the numbers below into the boxes when rounded. So I would suggest you actually not look at those and look at these and round them first. And it says they're rounding to the hundredths place. So find the number in your hundredths place. Find the number, look next door. 5 or more, raise the score. So this would become 5 3/100, and so on and so forth, just going through one at a time. Underlining your hundredths place, looking next door. This one's 4 or less, so it would round down to like that. I'm not going to do all these for you because you should be able to do them, but again, do these ones, work them out, and then actually come here and see. And for instance, this one we said 5, 10, 100, it's right here. The original number was 5 103 thousandths. So solve these first and then see will they fit into any of these boxes. Number 87 says enter a value of B that makes this statement true. 5 times what is less than 5 but greater than 0? So first of all, I know if I multiply 5 times 0, that's how I'm going to get the 0. The other rule that I should remember, if I want the number to be less than 5, then I need to multiply by a number less than 1 whole. So any fraction without a whole number will make this statement true. If I multiply 5 times a fraction less than a whole, my answer is going to be less than 5, and it'll be greater than 0 because I'm not multiplying by 0. So it could be any fraction you want. A half, 5 times a half is 2 1/2. 5 times a third is 5/3, like whatever you want. Any fraction that's less than 1 will make this statement true. That's just a simple rule. Number 88, I think I gave you a letter, so your next letter is I. Jim uses ribbon to make bookmarks. Each has 9 feet of ribbon. He uses 1/3 of ribbon to make each bookmark. Write the total number of bookmarks that he can make with the 9 feet of ribbon. So again, he has a total of 9 feet and he's using 1/3 of a foot to make each bookmark. How many bookmarks can he make? Don't be distracted by words like total. For some reason, people see of and think you have to multiply. No. What is the question asking me? The question is asking me the total number of bookmarks. I know he has 9 feet and each one is 1/3 of a foot. So what's being shared is the 9 feet. How many shares? 1/3 for each bookmark. And again, I can redo this, rewrite it with its reciprocal, 9 times 3 whole, and get my final answer of how many bookmarks. Your last letter is G. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.